Hello, good morning, good evening, and welcome to this special session with Mohanad. And we're going to talk about Vision 2030, Saudi Arabia Vision 2030. So, welcome, Mohanad. How are you today?
Yeah, thank you, Dharam. Thank you. I'm fine. Thank you very much for arranging this session. Thanks for giving me this opportunity to talk about the importance of project management and achieving Saudi Vision 2030. Thank you, Dharam.
Exactly. So, who else we can find better than you to talk about such an important topic? So, when I was seeing this topic and I saw your profile, and given that you've gone through the learning process with me and PgMP and PfMP, I thought you are the best person to talk about it. So I'm very, very happy to have you here, and thank you for all the attendees. I know you have been eagerly waiting for this opportunity to talk and see this presentation. And I don't think the people from Saudi, this vision is anything new we're talking here. Most people from Saudi Arabia, they already know about this. And if not, maybe you have opportunity to learn something about 2030. And you will be more motivated, more excited to contribute to the Vision 2030.
Well, Dharam, this 2030 vision in the kingdom, so the whole nation here in Saudi, they are excited to achieve this ambitious vision, and the advertisement and local media all the times keep sharing more details and more data about the vision and objectives. So it's really very interesting subject.
Yeah, and having a vision, I always talk in my class, vision is the most important thing, whether it comes to country or a project, program, portfolio, or even personal life. If you do not have vision, that is the future state, how it could look like in 3 years, 5 years, 10 years. So think about yourself, where you want to be from now. If you do not have any vision, you don't know where you're going. And if you have a clear vision, you clearly see that thing direction, you can see where you're going, and you can formulate your roadmap, your path towards that. So, I think KSA, Saudi Arabia has done a really good job by creating a vision or taking everybody towards the direction. So I'm very, very happy to, we are talking about this particular topic, and hopefully with this discussion, some people will get excited, motivated, and do something extraordinary. So, it's great to have you here. So with no further delay, let me introduce myself. My name is Dharam Singh, and I have been training PgMPs, PfMPs, that is Program Manager Professional, Portfolio Manager Professional, and I own a company called vCareProjectManagement. It's more than 10 years now since I started this company, and I'm very, very happy that this company has grown up and actually contributing to people around the globe. So Mohanad was also, came to my program. He came to actually from Saudi to Dubai. I visited, I was in Dubai in September 2019. Yes, 2019. And Mohanad came all the way and he attended my class. Within 2 months after the class, he got his PgMP. So he was committed, and you see the results. And he also gone through the portfolio management class with me. And I think your exam is not far away. I don't want to disclose the date, but your exam is not far away. So let you announce when you achieve your PfMP, and that will also help you to continue to contribute to the economy, to the PMI chapter, the KSA, and to, of course, to the company. So, and one thing I've not told about, Mohanad, he is currently having a position in PMI Saudi Arabia chapter. I think you are business.
Yeah. Actually, I'm a volunteer, part of the board member in PMI-KSA chapter, senior VP for local business community. So
yeah.
My role is to build up and reach out all the opportunities, all the alignment and collaboration with the different entities, either it's private sectors, government sectors, and education sectors and other non-profit organizations and help them up to build up their PMO and utilizing the PMI best practices.
Exactly. So you are connected to the organizations anyway. So you are already contributing. So your current role with Public Investment Fund (PIF) as the Vice President, Assistant Vice President, I think it's a key role, and this will help you to continue to work with from your PMI role as well as from your current role to continue to build, assist a lot of organizations. So this is great to have this kind of profilers.
Yeah, thanks, Dharam. It's really my pleasure always. And as I told you earlier, that it's, the program that you design it in a way that it's easy to understood and easy to capture all the knowledge, linking all the activities along with the standards, either it's program management standard or portfolio, help us in understanding the concept of PgMP and PfMP. Thank you very much, Dharam. As you said, I'm working in PIF as of now as Assistant VP in Project Technical Management, providing the project management technical excellency services to the whole PIF programs and portfolios. I used to be in SABIC for 12 years as a project manager. So all of my experience, around 13 years, is mainly in project management.
Yeah, that's great. That's great. And yeah, so thank you for the kind words about my program. So I'm very happy, delighted to say I have now 312 PGMPs from 44 countries, including 16 from Saudi Arabia. And PfMP, I'm maintaining 100% pass rate with 51 PfMPs, with 11 coming from Saudi Arabia. So I'm already contributing a little bit to the economy. So let's hope how continue to build this relationship. And I'm also thank you. And I like to acknowledge PMI Saudi Arabia chapter to give this opportunity to give us a representative, the most experienced representative to talk about the vision. So thank you, PMI Saudi Arabia, and the relationship we have built along with. I know you have trusted me and my organization, and we've gone through some kind of relationship, and hope that will continue me to build or support the chapter and the chapter members and the economy of PMI, or not only PMI but KSA.
Sure, definitely. Thank you, Dharam.
You're welcome. All right. So we're going to talk about number of things. I know we have limited time, and we're trying to compress a lot of things in the limited time. So we will try to give you justice, best utilization of your time, and we may go a little bit other side as well. We like to make sure that we have covered what we want to cover, and we will try to answer as many questions as we can. So please keep putting your questions, and if you can't achieve those questions or cannot answer in the time frame, we will come back to you directly or by broadcast. All right, so the agenda we're going to talk about, we're going to touch base with the 2030 vision and what opportunity is going to bring to the people of the citizen of the Saudi Arabia, and some plans. Mohanad will talk about some of the plans and the goals related to 2030 vision. And I believe the Saudi has very young population, around 30. Average age is around 30. So that means young professionals going to contribute a lot in the economy. So we need to see how the young professional can be channelized and assist them to contribute to the economy. And we cannot finish the program without talking about program, portfolio, and project management. And you need to see how this structured way of running project, program, and portfolio will be adding, contributing to achieving the vision of the organization, vision of the country. Then how we're going to align with the vision, and we need to talk about portfolio mindset. Yes, we have been running projects. Many organizations are, not following PMI standard or any standard, but we need to see how you guys can build your mindset, portfolio mindset, and program mindset and project mindset. So over to you, Mohanad.
Yeah, thank you very much. And as you said earlier at the beginning, that it's very important to have a vision to achieve, and from that vision you cascade all your goals, objectives, KPIs, and roadmaps that help you to achieve that vision. Back to 2016, when His Royal Highness Crown Prince Mohammed bin Salman, when he announced the 2030 vision at that time, and from that time, the whole country, all sectors, all public sectors work together and start developing their roadmaps, goals, objectives. And everyone might hear that the PMO term become a very known term within the different sectors within the kingdom. So it's very challenging vision, very challenging objective. However, from the results and achievements so far, we are seeing that the things are moving very, very well, and having a structured approach gonna help achieving this vision, inshallah. So all the data related to the 2030 vision that we are planning to present today, it's available in the vision website, official website. And here we are trying to align the way, to present how project management, portfolio management, program management gonna help the 2030 vision achievement. So there are three main pillars that helping achieving this vision: the agility, to be agile in your approach, to be fast as much as possible, and to ensure all delivered values or benefits down the road, all the processes is well aligned with that vision, and you keep continue restructuring. So we can see the PPPs, public-private partnership approach, and restructuring within the different sectors within the government to that helping us in achieving the 2030 vision. So all of these, the main output is to have strong investment capabilities, and this is what we can see. So nowadays, the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia having very strong investment capability in terms of funding or in terms of resources. So it was one of the major step toward the planning of this vision. The main objective is to maximize the independency of oil. So the main focus area is non-oil revenue streams. So the investment nowadays programs, giga programs, focusing in infrastructure, entertainment, tourism, and leisure and construction. So those are the focus sectors toward achieving this vision to be independent as much as possible from the oil and gas industry, to have a very dynamic economy and diversify the revenue. And with that vision and all those investment opportunities, another opportunities came that's impacting the whole GCC region. So we can see the consultants market raise up here in the GCC. They have a revenue of $3 billion and almost 9% growth rate. So we can see the demand of consultation services is increasing day by day, with alignment that's supporting the vision in different sectors and different programs. There are 13 programs, we're gonna show it to you later on, that working together, achieving the vision. So a goal without a plan is just a wish. So behind the vision, goals, objectives, there are a lot of plans, roadmaps, and subdivided goals and objectives. So it's very important having a detailed plan and monitored by very well detailed and realistic and smart KPIs. And as we said, all those KPIs are restructuring all down the road to stretch out the goals and objectives that we are heading toward. So those, as you see here in front of you on the screen, those are the main goals in 2030, that we need to have 3 Saudi cities in top ranking out of 100 cities in the world. And we need to raise the position in the social capital index from 26 to 10 worldwide, and increase the SME contribution to GDP from 20 to 35%. Increase the household spending from 2.9% to 6% on culture and entertainment activity. And we can see this is recently, for the last 2 years, we can see the Saudi people are spending more in household, mainly in local entertainment and cultural activities. And increase the average of life from 74 to 80 years by upgradation of the healthcare, motivating and encouraging the exercise activities. One of the objectives is also to increase the women participation in the workforce from 22% to 30%, and recently we can see the women contributions very clear, and they talk a lot of leading positions, either in public sector or private sectors.
And Mona, correct me if wrong, I think there are a number of female in your board as well at the moment.
Yeah, actually the female participation, we have board members, female board members, and we have many female volunteers, and they are really they are building their capability, and they are building their knowledge with relevant to either it's project management, program management, portfolio management, and they are really contributing a lot to the community. And we can see they are delivering a lot of knowledge session, webinars to the community, and it's very clear to all of us here as Saudis the weight of their contribution. Other objective is to increase the ratio of individuals exercising, so at least once a week, from 13% to 40%. And if you come to the pedestrian area or some open spaces, you go to the gyms, you can see how the people mindset get changed, and many people, they start taking care of the exercising. And this is really one of the,
I think, Mohanad, I can also contribute there, because given that I have a experience of teaching yoga for many years. By the way, yoga is not related to any religion. It is just looking after your health and spirituality. So so if there's an opportunity, I'd love to talk about yoga and how yoga can assist people's health. And it's about 40%, maybe why not target 60% or maybe 100%? I know it's an ambitious plan, but yes, the goal should be something which I think it's a good idea. Health. I mean, I was happy to see the numbers and three countries, 3 cities in this and that. But when I saw the health and few other goals, which is generally people, when the countries or companies are talking, they don't look after that. They will talk about the financial numbers, how to grow my tourism, this and that. But health, women participation, these are really interesting goals actually. And the third one is the age, the 74 to 80 years. I think that means the Saudi government and the organizations are really committed to provide the health sector, the best health, best medicine, and good health. That's great. Good, thank you.
I can give you an example. Just the recent example, the recent pandemic. So how the government they control it very well, and they give all the medical care, all the health care for all Saudis, non-Saudis, even immigrants. I mean, even violating people, immigration, just to control the pandemic here in Saudi. And for the vaccine now, COVID-19 vaccine, it's available for everyone. So really the government, they are taking extra miles in healthcare and not only on an economic side, also healthcare, education, in all aspects. So we are lucky, really, as a Saudis, we are lucky. Yeah.
I know. Great.
Yeah, one of the objectives as well is to reduce the rates of unemployment, and with the huge investment, huge companies developments, we can see nowadays there are a lot of job opportunities here and there, and it's very clear we're going to achieve this one very soon. Also, one of the objectives is to raise up our ranking within the largest economy in the world. Now we are 19th, and our target to be one of the top 15. We need also to increase the localization of the oil and gas sectors from 40% to 75%. Increase the public investment fund assets from 600 billion to 7 trillion. And I can tell you that last year we crossed 1 trillion as asset in PIF. So also one of the objectives is to encourage people to be back to the community and to be volunteers. So our target to have at least 1 million volunteers. Nowadays we are more than 11,000, and I can share with you one example. Myself as a volunteer in PMI-KSA Chapter, we are receiving many requests from Saudis to participate and to be volunteer with us, and we have a huge number. So this is really very good indication for us. Yeah. Also one of the objectives, one of the objectives is to become one in top 10 countries in the global competitiveness index from 25 at the moment. Also to increase the foreign direct investment as per the international level of 5.7. So as of now we are almost 4, and we need to increase up to 5.7. We need to increase the private sector contribution from 40 to 65% at the GDP, and here where the government really they're having a lot of initiatives to have more and more public-private partnership, and this is really happening on the ground. Also another objectives and goal to raise global ranking in the logistic performance index from 49 to 25, and taking in consideration the attractive geographical location of Saudi Arabia. This is really very important and gonna help achieving this goal. Also raising the ranking in the government effectiveness index from 80 to 20. Increase non-oil government revenues from 163 billion to 1 trillion. Raise the share of non-oil export in non-oil GDP from 16% to 50%, and this is one of the main driver really. Raise our ranking on the e-government survey index from our current position to 36, and really the government, they are doing very well in e-government. And what's happening recently with the pandemic, the government, they prove how they are really strong in e-government, and we are now finishing all our transactions online through e-government systems. Also increase the household saving from total 6 to 10% out of the income, and we can see this culture is spread among the Saudi people. Also raise the non-profit sector contribution to GDP from less than 1 to 5%. So
Mona, this is a really awesome goals. I mean, I'm very inspired. You know, whenever I see these numbers, if you can achieve those numbers by 2030, you're talking big things here. big growth, huge numbers, people are happy, excited, and everything is working so perfectly. So I'm looking forward to that. I know we just crossed 2020, which was one of the worst year for most people, to moving towards some very exciting time, especially in KSA. So if we can achieve all these goals, but beyond that, it will be great achievement for Saudi Arabia.
Yeah, for me, I believe we're gonna achieve them even before 2030. Yeah, because if you see the latest report issued by the Vision 2030 committee, they issued a report last year, and we can see the progress of each of those items, and we can see good jump really in the figures. So yeah, we're gonna see good progress on this.
So I think having these goals and then some kind of measuring and dashboard or balance scorecard, probably you already have. Not having, then you should the companies and the organization should be investing into such tools which can give them alignment of the project program portfolio and with the government or the Vision 2030. That will be good.
Yeah. Actually, there are a lot of vision realization offices or vision realization programs that we're gonna touch base later on. They are really monitoring those KPIs, monitoring those objectives and the performance, and highlighting any potholes or issues to have a corrective action. So there is a well-stand systems monitoring those performance. However, and all those objectives and KPIs very challenging and required a lot of efforts. And one of the main pillar that supporting this vision or gonna help us toward achieving this vision is the human capital. So the resources, Saudi people. The good thing, the Saudis' median age in the country is average of 27.5. So all of them are excited and well educated, and we can see how they are excited toward achieving this vision. 60% of Saudis now under age of 30. So this will help us a lot in achieving the vision.
Yeah.
And the other side, having these numbers, it's a challenge to have jobs for them. So, and another pillar is to reduce the unemployment. So I'm pretty sure with those plans we're gonna achieve this stretched target. Our expectation is to have more than 280,000 jobs per year, and this is really happening with the huge number of investment programs, new company establishment. There are many opportunities either in the projects or programs related with the vision or other private sectors that really expanding to move along with the economy growth here in the kingdom. So so making an impact, it's very important to have the same level of social benefits as the previous generation that they enjoy. So vibrant young professionals is the key driver to achieve the vision, and it's our turn now as a Saudi young professionals to support achieving this vision.
I think this is a great asset, Mohanad. As I mentioned, this young professional, excited, and they really committed. So that's a really great asset to have. And if you want to see, that many countries, European countries, and many other countries are actually, they have aging population. So they have done a lot of good things, but now the population, the people are not, they don't have young people. That's a struggle for them. But having so many young professional coming out with educated and excited, motivated, I have no doubts about achieving 2030. And you said correctly, you know, maybe earlier than that. Who knows, 2025 or something.
Yeah. Yes, as you said. So the government, they really invest a lot on educating those young professionals. So and they keep investing on them. So and I can see how much they are excited. Yeah, it means now myself in the PMI as a member of the board member in PMI-KSA Chapter, while we are dealing with different entities, making the collaboration and the agreements and mutual benefits, we can see the reaction from their resources, their people, their employees. They are always stepping in how they can support the PMI and what's the support that they are looking for from our chapter. So we can see this is really happening on the ground. Okay. So yeah. Achieving this ambitious vision and goals, objectives, requires sort of tools and techniques. And if we're taking it as a program or as a project or a portfolio, so we need to consider a structural approach, processes. And there are different ways, depend on the nature of the investment or the components itself. So either we adopt project methodology, where the project really taking care of undertaking. It's a temporary and over undertaken service or product that will be produced, or programs that managing a collection of projects, sub-programs, components or program activity that managed in a way to achieve that certain objective or achieve certain benefits that cannot be achieved without coordinating them as one program. Or either it's through portfolio to achieve a strategic objectives by managing projects, programs, portfolio, activities, operational activities, by managing them as a group to achieve strategic objectives. And I believe that all those concepts are adopted somehow within the vision programs. So it's very important adopting those best practices and those exercises, those techniques that will help us in minimizing the risk, optimizing the cost, and achieving our targets on time, and maximizing the in-house utilization as well. So adoption of dynamic changes.
Sorry, Mohanad, going back to the previous slide. So this is the picture is telling me that you have some broken bridge, and we have projects, we have programs, we have portfolio, but there is some improvement required. So once we build that bridge, from organization to the portfolio, which has a clear vision where we are going as a portfolio, then the foundation can be supported by having right program and project management and support from the organization. So once we have the complete bridge, the achieving the organization vision will not be difficult. That's where having project program portfolio management, structured governance is really important from organization point of view.
Said well. So let us take a case of, let us say, Neom. It's a portfolio by itself. So Neom having huge investments. It's the size of one of the countries. So within Neom we have different programs related to residential programs, some programs related to technology, high tech and investment, and some program with the industry. And within those programs we have projects. So having this structured approach, as you said, gonna help us to achieve our vision at the end.
So Mohanad, for people who do not know, do not understand this Neom, the city, the modern city, maybe for their benefit, may like to say a couple of words. What is this, the Neom project? If you can talk, this Neom project to build a new city with the extra modern facilities, if you don't mind.
Yeah, sure. So Neom is one of the ambitious giga projects or giga program that we have, part of the kingdom growth. So the location is at the north west in Saudi Arabia. It's a huge area at the Red Sea. So in the Red Sea we have a lot of very attractive beaches over there, and very attractive Greeks and very attractive corals. So and within that region we have a lot of interesting sightseeing that the kingdom is opening their hands to everyone to visit over there. And beside this angle, we do the Neom itself as a location. It's a very strategic location, connecting the Europe and Asia and Africa. So it will be one of the main hubs, and there will be investment in terms of technology, or in terms of industry and downstream specialty chemicals as well. And it will be a city of dreamers. So this is in very simple word.
So I'm actually already, Mohanad, I'm already start dreaming to be myself with my family, my kids in that city, having some good time. Of course, we have to wait for COVID to go away and allow more time.
Yeah.
So I think it's going to be very important city from Saudi point of view, from global, international point of view, having everything one place in ultra modern facilities, Wi-Fi, free Wi-Fi, and I think that's the topic itself. We have to talk about that itself, a big topic.
Yeah, I'm encouraging everyone to just Google it, go to the Neom official website and read more about Neom. So there are a lot of information available on Neom website.
I think we should take a topic next time to bring it to talk more about Neom. Okay, great.
Yeah.
Thank you.
So we need to be adaptive with the dynamic changes. So achieving the Saudi Vision 2030, that means we need to be ready with this huge change, and to support the change, ensure that the community are ready to accept the change. In addition, to be ready with the dynamic changes that happening at the globe. Most recent change or uncertainty, what's happened just recently is the COVID-19, the pandemic. So the government, they took a lot of actions in both angles. The main angle is taking care of their people from healthcare point of view, and also to ensure that things are moving toward achieving the vision. So we need to ensure have the skilled people. So as I said earlier, the government, they invest and spend a lot of investment for education, to have higher education for the people. We need to be ready to be as a competitor among the globe. We need to embrace the change, rapid technological changes, and whatever latest available technology to be utilized in our programs and projects. We need to be adaptive with a turbulent market. We need to continue, and this is a very clear thing that our ranking. I mean, our young people are really keep updating their knowledge, and they keep acquiring the required certifications, either PMP, PgMP, PfMP, and we have we're going to show you one slide how Saudi people ranking worldwide within the PMI.
Very exciting.
A PMO having a project management office, it's very important. And as I said earlier, that it's become a well-known term within the different sectors. We as a PIF, we do have a PMO within our organization. So most of organizations nowadays, they're adopting now the PMO concept and established expert. They start acquiring the talent people, attracting the talent people in project management, and building up their PMOs. So we do have PMO in the Council of Economic and Development Affairs and many other government entities. This group composes of the delivery units that drives the vision. So they ensure the mistakes doesn't happen across programs to program. They keep monitoring all the performance of those programs and creating the necessary reports and do support in terms of necessarily tools, templates, systems, procedures that helping them to achieve those programs. Also, it's important to understand the various facts to get clarity on the need of utilization. So either project, program, or portfolio management, and related practices for successful reaching the Saudi vision. So one of the main role is keep sharing the knowledge, lesson learned, and training arrangements. So yeah, the PMO is really doing a great job within different entities.
So Mohanad, with the PMO, having a mature PMO is really important. With the right people working in that, with the knowledgeable people who have understanding of the industry, who understanding the project program and portfolio management, and having a good tool which can help them to support their projects, programs, and portfolio is the key for success of the PMO and the key for the success of the organization. So I used to think PMO people, just they sit there and provide you templates, some lecture and this and that. But this is very important role. You cannot underestimate this. Just like you have a project manager, the talented project manager, you probably have many senior project managers or program managers as part of PMO. They understand the methodology, they understand the benefit management, they understand the change management. It's a center of excellence actually.
Yeah, well said. And really, matter of fact, that the organizations, PMO organization, they are encouraging their people to get accreditation in different PMI certifications.
Yeah.
So to adopt the best practices. Almost most of those PMO resources are very well experienced ex-project managers, let us say. So yes, you are right, absolutely right. So it's very important. Role. So having the project program portfolio management benefits, I mean adopting those techniques will have a lot of huge benefits. I briefed earlier, but here we're gonna dive deep on different angles. So we will have more monetary gains, better return on investment, increase in overall productivity, and better economic value addition. We will have value and benefit delivery rather than just deliverables. So we are focusing in value and benefits delivery, improving overall value delivery to the segments targeted, high satisfaction level of end users, and create market results and acquisitions. Disciplined progress by reducing the errors, ensuring that the lesson learned spread across programs, portfolio, and project management, and scope shifts resulting in targeted victorious and more saving. We will have workforce motivation, creation of learning, growth culture, higher performance, higher productivity level. And there are other non-measurable benefits like improved communication level and better integration, resulting in improved control. So yeah, how can Project Management Institute, PMI, we as a chapter, KSA chapter, or PMI at the globe, at the whole, as whole, gonna help? So this framework will help to have by having systematic improvement in the performance of overall support structures. Professionals equip necessary skill set by having the necessary training, certifications, adaptation to agility, innovation, project management, learn standard tools and technique of PMI. And matter of fact, one of our main role as a PMI-KSA chapter is to bridge the gaps and to be one of the knowledge hub here in the kingdom for project management. So we are collecting the good cases and also lesson learned from different sectors and make them available to everyone to access it. Also, we are supporting the different entities, how they adopt the PMI best practices, and also by as well arranging the required training and webinars, seminars, and improving the connectivity among different sectors, private, public, and other organizations. And really, we are approaching some organizations, and there are many organizations, government and public organizations, they are approaching us and seeking our cooperation with them. So I believe we're gonna be added value in this toward achieving this vision.
So Mohanad, I've been involved with PMI for a long time now, and since 2004 when I was in Australia, Sydney, and I myself was in the role director position with PMI Sydney. It was a very active chapter, the Sydney chapter. But I have seen that since I think since last year, your chapter is very vibrant, very excited with the new board. I think new board is very excited to bring new changes and connecting right people and bringing new technology, new way of communicating, especially in the pandemic. So, along with the PMI Global, PMI-KSA is doing really good job. I'm very, very fortunate that we are connected as contributing to the chapter by our training programs, and hopefully more and more people can get benefit from KSA chapter and from our involvement. So that's it's great. You especially people like you and few other people I know personally know them. It's a great asset to the chapter itself.
It's really my pleasure, and we as project management practitioners, we are we need to pay back to the community. So as you said, the new board was recently formed in June 2020. So within the 6 months, you can see how much achievement so far as a chapter we achieved. So we are now crossing 30,000 followers. We have a huge number of volunteers, and we have a huge number of agreements with different sectors. In addition, we deliver many free webinars, and you, vCare, we are really glad that you were participating in those sessions and those webinars. And we have a lot of initiatives. So we have now ongoing the Project Excellence Award. So there is a competition that it's open for everyone. All entities, they can participate by submitting a case of a project, successful case. And there is a panel within the PMI and with the cooperation with different sectors, doctors from the universities, to evaluate those programs. So there are many initiatives that really PMI-KSA chapter they are doing now.
Beautiful, good. I mean, I think it's a great idea to be involved in such initiative. And if you've done good projects or programs, I think the companies or you or your PMO should be promoting or nominating your projects. So you will get recognition, your company will get recognition, and it's a huge thing to have. I've seen that happening. So anybody in that position, you've done a great job. Why not submit? nominate for yourself or your company for this kind of work.
Yeah, I'm encouraging everyone to participate. It's really good.
Exactly. So, Mohanad, when it comes to numbers, I love talking about numbers. So, I have been tracking PgMP, PfMP numbers since 2012. When I got my PgMP in 2010, then I start writing lots of blog and collecting numbers. So, the numbers you're seeing on the screen actually is a overall number. So, when you see PMI showing around 3,000 something overall like PgMPs, but my numbers are more. I'm capturing anybody who's done PgMP or PfMP so far. So as you can see, worldwide at the moment, and the numbers are not very high, but if you look compare with PMP, the PMP is more than 1 million PMPs, whereas PgMP around 3,400 and PfMP less than 1,000. It's still a great opportunity to be part of a differentiator. I call them differentiator. Especially from Saudi Arabia, if you look at the number, look at the percentage. Yes, PfMP is almost 10%. 10% of global PfMPs are coming from Saudi Arabia. And it's a great number to talk about. And I'm very happy that a lot of people have gone through this and they've passed the exam very smoothly. So 96. And Mohanad, I was sharing with you this before this session, that 37 PgMP, 37 PfMP, I don't know why, the coincidence, the number 37. They were last year 37 PgMP and 37 PfMP have achieved their certificate. I think we should buy Lotto with 37 as the Powerball, which will give us $1 million immediately. So 37 is a lucky number, and as you are also 37, I think your age is around that. I should not reveal.
Yeah, it's around.
That's the reason. That's the reason. That's the reason. And the best part is PfMP, the portfolio manager professional, actually is almost doubled in this year. PgMP has increased the same number, but the PfMP is doubled its number, almost double the number. And that's a great thing. So as per the trend in the future, I can see the PfMP is continuing to grow. I think if my observation is telling, PMP is still popular, but portfolio management and risk management and PgMP is going to be very popular in many sectors in the KSA. Is that correct observation?
It's as you said. Matter of fact, I think now the figure is 154. Just today, one of my friends he got the PgMP.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So as you said, people now they focus on delivering the value, benefits, and the vision itself. So having the outlook view, it's really matter. PMP, it's very important as well, no doubt. But since we have that much huge of investments, programs, portfolios, so this is why the people they really took this extra steps toward such certifications. And I believe KSA, they are one of the top 5 worldwide in ranking in both PfMP and PgMP. So this is really important.
No, PfMP is second actually after US.
Okay.
KSA is number 2, and it was between India and KSA. Now KSA is leading, growing much faster than even India, which is I used to think that India is a hub of certificates. Now it's actually shifted to Middle East.
Okay.
So, but PgMP is still, I think, 5th position. You're right, 5th position PgMP. Little catch-up is required, and I think with the people's determination, this is soon we will overtake Canada, and then maybe China and India, and hopefully become number 1 by 2030. That should be one of your goals actually, Mohanad. And the KSA, PMI-KSA, the number 1 PgMP country and PfMP country. There you go.
Yeah, we'll say.
Yeah, not see, just make it possible.
Yeah, no, we'll say it. I mean, it's we're gonna keep it part of the PMI-KSA chapter targets.
Exactly. Good.
So alignment of the vision is very important. From the vision, we can have our mission and then cascade it to our goals and objectives. So by adopting the portfolio concept, we'll have better alignment of all portfolio components along with the strategic objectives and strategic vision. So from the vision, we have the VRPs or vision realization programs and cascaded to more detailed implementation plans, where at the top level we have the governance, in our case, the Council of Ministries and Council of Economic and Development Affairs, where we have where they develop the strategic objectives, main KPIs, and high-level targets by high-level roadmap and long-term to 2030. Then we have within the cascade to the different 13 programs, having those programs having 5-year targets, continue with their initiatives plan milestones. Then we have a detailed plans for each individual entities, and those plans very well detailed in a way that easy to monitor and having any corrective action if it's required.
Yeah.
So yeah,
so
there are
Mohanad, sorry, Mohanad, just to acknowledge that we are running a little bit over time, and because the topic is such interesting, we don't want to stop at this stage. We like to continue. We like to continue to talk in this topic. If people can stay with us, I know it became a late night, but if you can stay with us, that would be great. So just to an apology if we have gone up above the time. So I hope you are enjoying, the guys you are enjoying, and you continue with us. All right.
I'm really enjoying.
Yes. All right. Mohanad, continue, please.
Yeah, I feel proud when I'm talking about the vision plans. Really, to be part of that vision, it's a pleasure for me. Yeah. So we do have 3 levels of planning. So we have the higher level 6 strategic objectives, then cascaded to or detailed to 27 let us say sub objectives, then to more detailed 96 objectives and roadmaps. So and all of those are falling within the 3 main themes or pillars: a vibrant society, thriving society, and ambitious nation. So the level 1 overreaching objectives, or the 6 strategic objectives, is strengthening Islamic national identity and grow and diversify the economy, enhance government effectiveness, offer a fulfilling, healthy life, increase employment, and enable social responsibility. So all those detailed 96 objectives are monitored and planned in a way that ensuring all are integrated and very well aligned with the strategic objectives. So as I said earlier, portfolio management, it's very important knowledge that required to adopt in toward this vision.
Yeah. So Mohanad, just to define the portfolio management, is such an important topic. I used, when I start teaching portfolio management PfMP, I actually learned a lot from the whole process. So it is the bridge between the organization to achieve the vision, and to having right people, right resources, and method processes. This is where the portfolio management is key to achieve those objectives. And first of all, having a clear vision for the portfolio, and this vision is aligned with organization vision, and having right people working in the portfolio to do your projects and program this is the way to go for the organization and to the country.
Exactly.
Yeah. So just a little bit on how this strategy execution happens. So any organization, and in this case, in your case, it's the country. There has to be vision. which you already have. You have already established the vision. And to achieve the vision, we have one or many missions. Okay, and mission vision will not be achieved unless we have some goals. So, and we have talked about number of goals earlier. Having goals, right goals, very, very important. And that will help us to build the strategies and direction for the organization, and that will go to the individual portfolio. So the guys portfolio, and the organization can have one or many portfolios. So every portfolio can be supporting one or many initiatives or strategies, and these can be achieved by having project management, program management capability, and with operation management. So from the organization, they can decide the vision, mission, goals, KPIs, and managing using on the dashboard and balance scorecard. And that goes down to the project manager, the people who are really getting the job done. So that is where the young professionals are going to be very, very useful to assist the organization to get the job done in the most effective way. The program manager is the one that's going to help us achieve the benefit in the most, again, most effectively and the fastest, better. And the portfolio manager helping to achieve the organization vision and mission. So
yeah, exactly. Yeah, and this is really what's happening in our case. So as you said, all those cascaded down till the lowest components or projects, and it's all are within the managed within the governance model that adopted to achieve that vision. So we have different levels, as you see here, for the governance model, from level 1 to level 3, which is the execution bodies, along with all sub programs and initiatives.
Yeah. So one of the important thing is OPM, and many people may not be aware of OPM. OPM is Organization Project Management. So when we say OPM, that covers your project management, program management, portfolio management. So what we want is, what we like to see, that we have a strong OPM. Organizations are mature in project management. So earlier, PMI used to have a certificate for measuring the level of project management in any organization. So that was called OPM 3. So there are only a handful of OPM 3 certified professionals around the world. Probably, you can count hundreds of thousands. I mean, just less than 1,000. But PMI has come up with this structure on identifying how your organization, where your organization is in terms of project management, program management, portfolio management. So every organization, every person in this call, they can see how mature my organization is, what else we can do to improve the maturity of the organization. You have a good mature organization, project management organization, then achieving or completing the project successfully within time, within budget is quite possible.
Yeah. So OPM is gonna play a big role in the governance, mainly to have structured governance and achieving toward the objectives in a mature manner.
Yeah, and that is where number of consultants, some of the good tools can be helpful to achieve this kind of maturity. If you are at level 0, level 1, which is cowboy style, you need to improve yourself to 2, 3, 4. So there's no official standard we call measurement at the moment, but you can see what are the gaps and how we're going to fill those gaps.
Yeah. So as I highlighted earlier, we have 13 vision realization programs. We have financial sector development program, fiscal balance program, Hajj and Umrah program, housing program, human capital development program, national character enrichment program, national companies promotion program, and national industrial development and logistic program, national transformation program, privatization program, public investment program, quality of life program, strategic partnership program. And from the term itself and from the name, from the title of those programs, you can see how much comprehensive is those VRPs, and how much they are covering from the title itself, all the objectives or all the goals that we highlighted earlier. You know, there are always 3 levels of targets to track the progress of VRPs. We have microeconomic targets and detailed KPIs for those targets, relevant objectives targets, and program targets. So the program targets reflecting the direct impact achieved by the program, and we have its relevant KPIs, relevant objectives target reflecting the program indirect contribution toward the KPIs. And the economic targets is mainly focusing on GDP, private sector employment, contribution to local content, trade balance, government revenue, and non-government investment. So all of those pillars, let us say, are very well integrated and very well managed and monitored by all VRPs. So the VRPs, they ensure and all the execution of those programs are in timely manner. They keep reviewing the performance of those programs. They do have all the detailed delivery plans to achieve the visions and goals of those programs. They keep continue and reviewing the KPIs and keep stretching the KPIs. Monitoring all the related metrics and the cash flow and budgeting, either through equity or funding or public-private partnership. So those are the main activities that the VRPs now they are really doing. So the best, as we said earlier, the best way achieving all those strategic objectives by adopting the portfolio mindset. So people are thinking with the Saudi Vision to 2030 with understanding from project management point of view. However, we need to adopt the program and portfolio concept. So steering members must have a portfolio management mindset that will provide the needed strategic focus, and we can see really the executive level, they are now really get more knowledge about this knowledge area. Helps in prioritization of the projects and portfolio components, and ensuring the capacity factors in those prioritization. As I said, educating the leaders, peers on practices of portfolio management. This is very, we can see it now that they are taking more knowledge in this area, understanding portfolio management benefits versus project or program point of view. So with this huge and challenging and stretched objectives and goals, there are many questions came in our minds. Couple of those questions we can take here and we can list it. Is Saudi Vision 2030 strategic goal well understood by everybody involved in achieving it? For me, yes, because we can see the media everywhere. We can see awareness sessions day by day and available material to everyone, especially for those people who are working within the vision. So they are educated in those strategic goals and objectives. Do you have visibility on actions being performed to support your strategic goals? We do have those visibility, and we keep reviewing achievements so far, and the strategic goals cascaded to very detailed roadmaps that helping us to achieve those goals. Those information across project initiated for Vision 2030 are feasible across the PMO. As I said, that each PMO or each VRP, they concentrated with certain programs related to the 2030 vision. So the information, yes, it's available, and you can have more details in the official 2030 vision website. There are many questions that people can raise, and it's all are available in the 2030 vision official website.
Yeah.
So organizational objectives is always toward achieving their strategic vision. First, and there are many steps achieving those objectives. So we need first to take inventory of all projects and programs in the portfolio plan as per the vision document to have better understanding of what we have at the moment. Then we establish the big picture with the clarity of purpose and based on the strategic objective in order to start preparation of the plans. Inventory can be prioritized based on different factors, depend on the governance or depend on the criteria that we selected as a organization. Could be based on cost, risk, performance, and which could have a better return on investment. We make sure the team and stakeholder understand organizational strategic objective and portfolio objective as well. We continuously assess and balance priorities based on risk, reward, resources, and relationships, and check if there is any external environment factors that impacting our portfolio. Interact with the various department and ministry on validating those objectives and keep them aligned with our strategic ones. So how to go about bringing this mindset, I mean portfolio mindset? The most important element is keep learning and continuous training. So and we can see really the different organizations, different sectors, they are really investing in training for their resources, analyzing the area of improvement. And we, as a PMI-KSA chapter, we are really contributing in this elements. We are, we so far we arrange many webinars, and down the road we are planning to arrange a good number of training by coordinating with our partners. vCare is one of our partners, training provider.
Yeah.
We continuously review and pivot the area with agility, so to be fast and dynamic with the changes, understanding the changing dynamic in global scenario. One of the also important element is investing on the right resource to produce the expected value. So as I said earlier, that the programs and the entities that taking care or progressing along with the vision and managing the activities that to achieve that vision, they are acquiring the talent Saudis from different sectors, either from private sector or from public sector, and this is really happening in the ground.
So Mohanad, coming back to the learning, learning is very important. Doesn't matter what age you are, what designation you are, and you need to see what we're doing as good practices and what else we can learn from others, from other organizations like PMI. What standard they have, what PMI has done with the PMBOK. Most people are familiar with PMBOK, standard for program management, portfolio management. So these books are, or the standards are created by multiple industry leaders getting together to share their knowledge. So learning from these standards is going to be key to the most of the organization. So one thing I like to highlight, like while we are talking about PgMP, PfMP, PMP, RMP, all these certificates are great, but you need to see which certificate is relevant to you. Okay. And another point is whether, like your designation may be something, is that I get a question like, I'm a project manager, how can I apply for PgMP or PfMP? yes, designation is okay for your organization, but when you fill in the application, the most important thing, what kind of work you are doing. While the role is project manager, maybe PMO head, CIO, but you may be running portfolio, you may be running programs. That's what you have to analyze. And once you have that understanding, then you can take the right approach and go for the right, right direction and get the certificate.
Yeah.
And achieving the certificate, I know probably many people talk about, the certificate, PgMP, PfMP, the hardest exam, and so and so. But if you have right attitude, if you have gone through the right program, these certificates become very, very easy. And the numbers are telling, so that PfMP, 37 PfMP in 1 year, and we're talking COVID year. When other countries are struggling, and if you look at USA numbers, probably USA being such a large country and such a large awareness, they probably have less than or almost same number as Saudi Arabia. So this is telling me that people from Saudi, the young generation, some young people are very, very excited. Let's not forget about the experienced people as well. The young and experienced people are equally looking towards getting themselves certified, learning from the standard and getting themselves certified. That's very, very important.
Yeah, as you said, it's very important that this knowledge, it's with regards of the certifications, but the knowledge behind those certifications is very, very important element. Yeah.
Yeah.
So the formalized or worldwide best practices and project management, portfolio management, and program management is really collected, as you said, by PMI, adopting the best practices among the globe, and they concentrated on certain standards. So those standards, efficient to use as a resources. Also, it's having a clear, consistent process, and will help to have a critical success factor and eliminate the poor projects and programs. So by having structured processes or structured knowledge area or process groups, that definitely help you on those angles. And here the PMI, what they are doing, either project management, program management, or portfolio management.
Yeah, it's all about utilizing the available resources most effectively and having right processes, right mindset, agility, all this very, very important.
Yeah. So what portfolio managers and program managers are supposed to do? So, the playing this role should have different type of skills and different type of leadership. And there are many activities they need to do to ensure achieving their objectives. So they need to communicate transparently on the problems that they face, so the governance, they can help them on time. He or she need to prioritize and select the components, either projects or program, with the right balance to the portfolio. Regularly or consistent monitor the portfolio performance so that the priorities can be redefined. Alignment of processes, people, technology need to be very well maintained. Ensure the portfolio conformance to the governance policies and processes that established by the organization. They need to manage the portfolio interactions with the governing body, either steering committee, board of director, or CEOs, or whatever, based on the governance structure. They need to provide the key stakeholders with timely assessment of portfolio component selection, prioritization, and performance as well. Measure and monitor the portfolio value performance metrics and predefined targets. Support senior level and governance body decision making by ensuring timely and consistent communicating to the stakeholder on progress, changes, and impact on the portfolio components. keep assessing, continue assessing and reporting and escalation of critical risks and issues to the governing body. So here we come to at the conclusion. So we outlined the high-level goals of Saudi Vision 2030 intends to achieve, and we discussed the importance of adopting the portfolio, program, and project management techniques and toward achieving this vision. We outlined some essential information about the project, program, portfolio management professionals, so that can help everyone to achieve this vision. It's also detailed the needs of establishing a training and learning culture and project, program, portfolio management within the kingdom. Also, with the right support and motivation, KSA Vision 2030 of a vibrant society, thriving economy, and an ambitious nation are not far away. And as I said earlier, 2 years back, we can see the good performance so far that we are achieving.
Yeah. So, Mohanad, it was great presentation, good talk. I think we had a good discussion here, and people got a lot of value out of this. And I'm very, very excited that we have gone through this learning goals, objective, how the project program portfolio management will help people and organizations to achieve those visions. So, you know, as we have talked about the role, my role and my company's role in supporting Vision 2030. Last year, around this time, I was getting ready, excited to come to Saudi. I did a program, 2 programs rather. That was my first trip to Saudi Arabia. I conducted 1 PgMP program and second 1 PfMP program. I can tell you, I visited many countries. So the hospitality I have received from Saudi people was unbelievable, unbelievable. So there were 2 people there to see me at the airport. In the morning, there was somebody to take me to the training center. Somebody else was dropping me, and I could have taken easily Uber or something. But no, they felt privilege, or it was good to have some discussion time, one-to-one. And there was the people taking me out for dinner, and somebody dropping me to the airport. It was so warm feeling I got from the people, and I'm very, very excited. I'm actually looking forward to come back, but the COVID, and that was my last trip to international trip. I think one and only trip outside of home in last 2020. But yes, I think that was a memorable year in a way. That was only 1 trip, and a very memorable trip for me. So the people you see in the picture, they have attended my program, and they have gone through, some of them already gone through some certification. I'm looking forward to see more certification coming from them. So Mohanad, thank you for having this opportunity. And if you can move to the next page where we have the king, the coach, you may like to read this for the people.
So the custodian of the 2 holy mosques, King Salman bin Abdulaziz Al Saudi, is saying, this is a quote: my primary goal is to be an exemplary and leading nation in all aspects, and I will work with you in achieving this endeavor. So we are lucky of having such leadership, the custodian of the 2 holy mosques, and His Royal Highness Crown Prince Mohammed bin Salman, leading this vision and leading our country. Thank you, Dharam. It's really my pleasure having me in this session. I hope that it was very informative session, and it's always my pleasure to be delivering such sessions with you. Thank you, Dharam.
So thank you, Mohanad. But before we finish, I do see some questions on the question board. If you're okay, if you have some more time, we can take some questions.
Definitely, yeah.
So the question I have, do you have online PgMP courses? I do have online courses. I can talk about that, but let's keep it separate. Mohanad, if you go to next slide, I have a next slide, please. Yeah. So these my contact details. So please take a note of my contact details. I rather have a discussion with you and understand your requirement and give you right approach for you. So there's a free, you can book free time with me, 50-minute time or maybe more, doesn't matter. And you present your situation. I will understand where you are, what certificate will work better for you, whether PgMP, PfMP, or maybe something else, agile. We already gone into agile, scale agile as well. So maybe your organization like to get into agile. Why not? Because if you are in IT, that can be very useful for you. So yeah, so please book a time with me, one-to-one. I will be happy to talk about that. All right, so another question I have is from Azharuddin, and he's talking, Salam, good evening. I have a question. Few years back, there was a huge number of employment was available for expatriates in Saudi Arabia, especially from India. Since last 2 and 3 years, many expatriates were terminated from their organization. What will be the future for Indians in Saudi, those holding PgMP, PMP, PfMP certificate? What's your point of view? Okay, that's a good question.
Yeah, I believe that there are a lot of opportunities down the road, and those who's holding such prestigious certifications like PgMP or PfMP will have a big chance, because they are bringing the best practices, the best knowledge in this area. So yes, I believe there are a lot of opportunities with the huge investment, and the country is open, but because of this situation, the COVID-19 situation, there are many let us say pre-requirement to just to sustain the situation. However, in the future and in the near future, there are many opportunities down the road, many programs, many projects related to the 2030 vision. So I believe those who are holding such certification will have better chance.
Exactly. And again, it's all about awareness as well. More organizations are becoming aware of the certificate. They start asking. So if you are coming with knowledge and expertise, anybody likes to help you. Of course, there are some risks, some constraints around the nationality or passport, visa, other things. But if you have right attitude, right certificate, you will be favorable, especially in the country, the growing country like Saudi Arabia. So I think you have a chance. So anybody who is thinking to do PgMP, PfMP, and you will be in better position.
Yeah.
So Mohanad, I have one more question here. Has COVID pandemic accelerated the labor market transition from expat to local? Can we term this as a blessing or disgrace, or as an unexpected shock? Okay. And your thoughts on how to best manage this situation?
So really, the government, they prove themselves with this situation. So we can see how they do huge investment in healthcare, and at the same time they ensure all the plans are going smoothly. So even we have sometimes curfew, and some plans get changed, some plans get accelerated, some plans having slowed down. However, this agility and backup plans always there, helping us a lot. So for sure, the COVID-19 had its impact. However, doesn't impact the overall roadmap toward achieving our vision. So all organizations are running very well. I used to be in SABIC when the pandemic started, and I used to be a project manager at the site, where we have more than 3,000 direct manpower at the site. So guess how much it was difficult to manage those resources and manpower during the pandemic. So I believe with the good planning and with good communication plans, with good risk management plan, and with good emergency response plan, you're gonna overcome all those challenges.
Exactly. And with these pandemics, yes, this is impacting lives and personally, your medically, physically, or whatever it is, but also brings the opportunity to see what was not working and what else can work. And personally, I didn't travel too much last year, but I was able to conduct many virtual programs, and I think I contributed up to more than 200 people in that in the 365 days we had, along with my virtual PgMP program, PfMP program. So what you have to see, what is working, what is not working. If not working, what else we can do? Look at your strategy. Look at your personal strategy or organizational strategy.
Yeah. One thing that I would like to share is how fast was the reactions from different entities.
Yeah.
So one case is the Ministry of Education. So my kids till date, they are now attending the classes virtually, and it seems that they were ready at any time before the pandemic. I mean the ministry. So from other angle, we can take it as an opportunity to test our system. So they were really ready. Yeah.
Exactly. Right, Mohanad, sorry to keep you, on this, but I have a couple more questions.
Yeah. Yes.
Can you differentiate the work culture, roles and responsibilities between a project manager working in a government project versus private projects? What are the advantage or disadvantage?
So the concept itself is the same. I used to be working in SABIC, and now I moved to PIF. Because again, project management, whether it's project management, program management, or portfolio management, the concept is same. The only difference is the governance and policies and procedures that you need to be aligned with. But as a concept, definitely it will be the same.
Yeah, and the only thing is private can be a little faster than government, but looks like you don't see much difference. Even the government is acting very, very fast, especially Saudi government. I cannot talk about other governments, and especially, I don't know anything. But yes, Saudi government is equally good as the private companies. Okay, I think this is going to be the last question. What kind of importance given to PPP in achieving Saudi Arabia and Saudi Vision 2030?
Well, the private sector role is very important in supporting toward achieving this vision. And we can see many privatization. The government started with some healthcare sector, and they will start soon with many other sectors, infrastructure maybe, and ensuring that the government play the role of governance and the rulers and regulator. Yeah. So definitely the private sector contribution is very important, and there are many programs to have the public-private partnership concept in that programs.
And the final question I have is, how many more flights are remaining? Oh my God! How many more flights to go? So this was a question long time back. Somebody is asking, how many more flights to go? By the way, so the flights are finished, and the time is also finished. I'm sorry we have taken 35 more minutes than it was planned. The topic was such an interesting topic. I don't want to stop anyway. I don't want to rush, and want to have everything which is going to be applicable to most of the people. Not just knowing the vision itself is important. How to achieve those visions was even more important. What is the contribution of project program portfolio management? Even more important. So apologies for being late, but I'm not apologizing because the discussion we had, the person I had with me in this on this call, Mohanad, he has done really good job by talking about each and every goal and how to achieve the vision 2030. And I'm really happy to, and thank you to Mohanad, and thank you to all the people registered and joining today and staying up to this late. It was a privilege, and thank you, Mohanad. Any last word from you?
Thank you very much, Dharam, and really it's my always pleasure to be with you, and I'm always in touch with you. So the last session I talked with you is the virtual program in portfolio management, and you helped me a lot in preparing my application. And whenever I am having questions, just approaching you, and you were really happy to help me and assist me. So thank you very much, Dharam. It's always my pleasure to be with you for any future opportunities.
Yeah.
Thank you.
And can't wait to celebrate your PFMP very soon. And I'm sure you will help me to maintain my 100% pass rate in PFMP. So please help me with that.
Sure. Thank you very much.
All right, guys. Thank you very much, and see you very soon with other presentations. And you keep an eye on my presentation or webinars coming up. Actually, on Saturday, one webinar coming. If you're interested to know more about PgMP, you will know everything about PgMP and what to do, what not to do. So that will be only myself talking and talking a lot about PgMP. So please, if you're not registered, register yourself, and see you soon. All right, guys. Thank you very much. Thank Mohanad. Thanks everyone, and good night to everyone who Saudi Arabia. See you soon. Bye bye.
Thank you. Bye.